I got the best job in the world. Co-founder for TechCamp for Kids and also the founder for SpaceTripreneurs. And we teach coding, technology, space, all the cool things. And we work with kids 8 to 12. Mostly about never give up and don't listen to people, the naysayers in the world. I really want them to leave the day knowing that even they've decided to come to an end of doing something, that their world doesn't stop there. Their world actually still continues. They can explore other things. Who of you struggle in school? Who's getting like 40%-ish? No? Wow! No, it takes a lot of skill to actually get 40.1, pass mark being 40%. So for 12 years, actually 11 years of my life, I managed to get through my schooling system with 40.1%. I wasn't the brightest cookie in the block, that's to say. But in my final year, I decided to give it all steams go, and I got a C. Wow, hey. I was told that I was stupid, but in year 4, I learned that I had a certain reading condition. Who would know what that would be? Dyslexia. Yes, dyslexia. So right through school, I haven't really performed well until I realized that I love technology and I love coding. And with coding, it sort of like gave me life because I learned to read. I learned to play chess with computers, taught me to play chess. And I coded a clock over the weekend, and I felt that it was pretty cool. I want to do coding. But unfortunately, I was a girl, so no girls were allowed to do coding back in my day. Well, not in my school, at least. And I had a fabulous record of 40.1%, so which that meant that I was stupid. So, you know, stupid kids weren't allowed to do coding either, which is rather sad. The world is going, we've been infiltrated by technology. I guess the word infiltrated. I'm currently studying law, by the way. I was the type of kid that got into a lot of trouble. I became very well known with the principal. I was introduced to the caning system. Who knows what cane's all about? Yes. So because I always asked I actually asked too many questions. Apparently not allowed to ask any questions when I grew up. I had my mouth taped shut for asking too many questions. That's a big magic question. I wonder if. Do you guys ever ask that? I wonder if? Mm-hmm. I wonder if I do something. Yeah, I wonder if. It's a big question. You do that in technology. I wonder if I do this, what would happen, right? Because we're curious. Humans are curious. So I spent a lifetime trying to journey down a road going, I wonder if. So along came George. His name's George. And I teach 8 to 12-year-olds. He's voice activated. We use Meccano parts, but we also have to program him. So he's got a lot of things. You can program him with a computer. You can program him with an iPhone app. These are things you can do with technology, the most amazing things. Did you know that in Perth, a surgeon can technically operate on somebody in the wheat belt area just through Wi-Fi and the ability to know a little bit about robots? You don't have to be an expert, just have to know something about technology and how the program works. You know how to work an iPhone, right? Or a smartphone, am I correct? Or your TV. Well, then you should be able to operate on somebody. Can you imagine? Yeah, this would be brilliant. They're actually doing it right now. They have got a robot that you can put into your kitchen that can cook for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's all, by creating this, it all comes from putting little pieces of puzzles together. Now, quite a few, have anybody told you that you can't do something outside? Anybody's told you can't achieve anything? But you know what? Is with technology, actually, because you've got technology and you've got videos and things, you can actually learn to dance. You might not be a professional dancer, but because you've got somebody helping you, teach you, you can dance. And you might not be able to sing, but you probably can hold a note better if you had technology sort of. Think about it. You coded a piece of computer that is voice activated. You sung, and it comes back to and says, well, that tone's not right. We need to fix that. And then you start singing that certain letter, and it starts teaching you how to sing. That's technology. So that's what I want to leave you. I want to leave you with the idea that you are the master of your own destiny. You decide what you want to do, and even if you decide to do something, you decide you don't like it, guess what? You can change it. You don't have to be a neurosurgeon if you don't want to be. You can go teach if you want, or you can write a cookbook, or you can do anything you wish. That's what life's about. It's about exploring and discovery. Seeing people just suddenly blossom, the eyes light up, suddenly life becomes a little bit more exciting. I think that's the best part of my job, yeah. Everything you do in everyday life, we're evolving in a technology, a disruptive environment. And you've got science and your technology, of course, your engineering, maths, all come into it. And you don't have to be skilled in any one of those areas. You've got so many opportunities through technology to actually be really good with maths, but you don't have to be a math expert. So, everything is involved. Everything you do is STEM. Cooking, you use STEM. If you look at your career options right now, I would say 80% of the jobs are in your STEM fields. And you could pick up anything. You just got to have that will to explore something. So let's say you struggle with maths, look at maths from a different aspect and then apply it to something that you're currently doing. So if you're passionate about maybe a sport, how could you apply maths to that something that you do? That will make you better at maths. We're not asking you to be experts. As science, there's science in everything that we do. The way the roads are built, we've got physics in bridges. There's so many opportunities. So as soon as you pay attention to those subjects, your world becomes, your opportunities start opening up. And with girls now coming into the STEM industry, they'll be able to do things, there are more things for them in the world now than there was, let's say, 10 years ago. And biased, of course, some girls are better at certain things than boys are. So yeah, just do it.